Insights. I'm now joined by criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Josh Ritter, host of the Courtroom Confidential podcast. Josh, I always appreciate you being with me and your takes. Fourth day of deliberations. The jury is asked to rehear and re-see several pieces of key evidence, key testimony. Do you think we're looking at a hung jury?
Well, it's Friday, and jurors love, for whatever reason, a Friday verdict. So if we don't have something today and we go into next week, then I would say it might be time to start talking about a deadlocked jury. But they've been working diligently. I mean, the fact that they have questions means that they're working. If there was a lot of silence, I think that we might be more curious about what are they talking about back there, and are they perhaps just at some cross path where they can't seem to agree on anything. But the fact that they're asking for definitions or reviewing evidence, at least to me, that means that that is a working, deliberating jury, and they're trying to arrive at some sort of conclusion. I would expect something today.
Yeah, I know they've been asking for the definitions of recklessness, negligence. I was curious how you were reading the tea leaves there. When you bring up the fact that juries love a Friday verdict, do attorneys worry that juries kind of rush to a conclusion just because they're ready to be done with it? They're ready to have a weekend and go back to normal life?
I think attorneys worry about that, but they kind of also understand that, it's the end of the week. Jurors probably don't want to carry this with them into next week. This was a fairly straightforward case. I mean, we're not talking about several different instances. We're not talking about several different defendants. It's one alleged crime that took place at one point. And so, 3 days have gone by now. I think that's plenty of time for them to have gone over the case and the elements involved. I would expect that they are thinking to themselves, we've talked as much as we can. We're going to arrive at a verdict today, or we're going to let the judge know that we're certainly deadlocked. I would expect to hear something back from the jury about, if they've reached a decision or if they feel like they cannot reach a decision. But I can't imagine silence from them going into the weekend.
The other thing I wanted to pick your brain about, Josh, is something that Rich just brought up in his live report. The fact that Penny is now also facing a civil suit after Jordan Neely's dad filed this on Wednesday, accusing Penny of negligence as well as assault and battery, leading to his son's death. Why now? Why does he file this a year and a half later in the middle of these deliberations? What am I missing?
Oftentimes, civil cases will wait until the criminal case plays itself out before they bring action. Usually, though, they'll file something and just kind of wait on their discovery process. So the timing is a little bizarre, but it's an entirely different burden of proof, too. So it's not surprising that they're bringing this lawsuit. You're talking about going from preponderance of the evidence, which is a very low standard, almost, just beyond believing that it could have happened or not, to beyond a reasonable doubt, which is our highest standard of proof. So it's not shocking that the lawsuit's being brought. The timing is a little bizarre.
Yeah, a much different bar. Okay, Josh Ritter, thank you so much as always. We'll see if we have a verdict later on today. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.